Hi, I'm Sabina Telmacel, and right now you're listening to Vreausăspunceva podcast. Bună! Eu sunt Sabina Telmacel și asculți Vreau să spun ceva. Have you ever wondered what scouting is like in Colombia, Mauritius, and Romania? Today you will find out the answer. And why do we do this today? Because we celebrate the International Day of Scouting, so happy birthday to all the scouts all over the world, and hope you're gonna enjoy this. Te-ai întrebat vreodată cum este să fii cercetaș în Colombia, Mauritius și în România? Astăzi vei afla răspunsul. Și de ce facem asta tocmai azi? Fiindcă celebrăm Ziua Internațională a Cercetașilor. Așa că, la mulți ani tuturor cercetașilor din lume și sperăm că o să vă placă! Hi, and be prepared all over the world. I'm Sabina, a scout from Romania. I'm 17 years old, and right now you're listening to Vreausăspunceva podcast, or I want to say something. And usually I do this because I want to give the chance to all Romanians teenagers to speak their ideas up, to express themselves. And right now we do something internationally. I don't know, I just planned this for a long time, and right now I'm very happy that next to me I have two scouts, Luisa from Colombia and Jonathan from Mauritius. I think you can see how happy I am. And we do this because we want to celebrate the International Day of Scouting, And this way we are going to talk about differences in about scouting in different countries, Romania, Colombia, and Mauritius. And I don't know, a lot of things like that. I hope you're going to enjoy. So just wait a second, because I want to announce my Romanian listeners that this podcast will be entirely in English. So just wait a sec. Bună, dragilor, și bine ați venit la un nou episod din Vreau să spun ceva și gata oricând tuturor cercetașilor din țară de la noi. Nu v-am lăsat de data asta și am adus un nou episod pe 22 februarie. Sunt extrem de fericită. Chiar vreau doar să vă anunț că o să fie în engleză și sper că o să vă placă. Îmi pare rău dacă nu înțelegeți engleză, eu sper să-l încarc și pe YouTube, unde o să pun subtitrări. Da, astăzi o să sărbătorim Ziua Internațională a Cercetașilor și o să vorbesc cu Luisa din Columbia și cu Jonathan din Mauritius. Sper din tot sufletul meu să vă placă și sunt extrem de entuziasmată, cred că puteți să vedeți și pe fața mea, doar sper din tot sufletul să vă placă și să ajungă asta la o grămadă de lume și la toți cercetașii din lumea asta, fiindcă poate vor să afle cum e să fii cercetaș în altă țară. Așa că ne auzim și hai să vedem cum o să iasă. Ok. So, right now let's talk in English. How are you? How are you, Luisa and Jonathan? I'm so glad to meet you. It is the first time we see each other.
Lisa.
Hello, I'm very excited to be here. Nice to meet you, Sabina.
Out from Mauritius.
And I don't know. Well, would you want to describe yourself? Maybe I know you a little bit better.
Well,
Ladies first. Let's go, ladies first.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello everyone. My name is Luisa Gonzalez. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Colombia, and describe myself. I don't know. I am small. I have brown eyes, brown hair. And yeah, I can say a lot about it, but one thing that you should know is that I love to be a scout, and I've been a scout.
That is important, yeah.
For about 10 years old.
Wow, 10 years. I'm a scout just for a year. Just 1 year. And
And Jonathan.
you said you are at the university right now, yeah? Uh, because I'm 17 years old too, and I'm in high school right now. Just after 2 years, I'm gonna be at university. How it is in Colombia? It is.
Well, the average that you finish the high school is between 15 to 19 years old.
Mhm.
And I graduated from high school last year. And right now I am like in a type of college. It's not exactly the university, but it's a technical study,
Oh,
as we call it in Colombia. And it is gastronomy or cuisine.
wow.
Yeah, I will be graduating for this next year.
Nice. Okay, and how about you, Jonathan?
Hello. Yeah, so I'm Jonathan. In fact, I'm the oldest one here. 20 years, 22 years old, but I don't seem like I'm still very young. And yeah, I'm from Mauritius. I'm actually the youth advisor in the Indian Ocean and also a scout leader in my group. And I'm university. I've studied fitness coach. Then now I'm studying graphic design. Have 1 year to go, and then yeah, it's over. But I've
Nice.
been working in scouting since I was 14 years old. Yeah, but at first, like I didn't really want to go to scout. It was basically my parents who forced me, "Come on, Jonathan, go to scout, go to scout." But I know I just prefer my games. But later on, I went it and become a captain patrol, scout leader, and then I found it like to become a hobby. Then the hobby has turned like into a passion. And it's like something I need every week, like to wear that uniform to go and meet the scouts and so on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you told me that you have been scouting for 10 years. It is a long, long time. And I think you can tell me what scouting really means to you. You, Jonathan, started, talking about this, and if you want to continue.
Yeah, sure. So like scouting, like for me, it's everything. It has learned me a lot of things, like the basic thing of life. Maybe like in camping, cooking, responsibilities, how to manage my time, and so on. And yeah, it made also my life to become, how to say that, well guided thing. Like we know the scout laws. If we follow the scout laws, like, we'll be a very good human.
Yeah. And you, Luisa?
Well, really, I just can say that scouting turns into my lifestyle and my passion. That right now is like I grow up, I grew up into the scouting. My life changed a lot, and I really can imagine to live without scouting, to live without going to camping or with friends or something like that, because scouting takes a big part of you, a big part of your heart, and the things that it learns to you, the people that it lets you to know, as you all guys. It's I don't know. I think it's something awesome, and that you can go and experience, and you learn to put to think bigger, to dream, to try your best in each thing that you want to do, and to help everyone that you can meet in the ways that you can do it by in the moment. I don't know. I just it's awesome.
Yeah, you heard what scouting means to Lisa and Jonathan, and they tell this after 10 years of experience, right? And it is a long time. It is a long time. And right now, I'm gonna tell you what what scouting means to me after just a year of scouting, because our local center was founded, I think, 2 years ago, and that's why, well, I don't know. As you said, Lisa, scouting just changed my life completely. I think right now I can tell that I hit a balance, balance in my life where I can, you know, help people. It is just such wonderful thing, that you can become a better person every day, you know, meeting new people, making friends, disconnecting from this world, when I was in camp, um, without the phone. It was excellent. Excellent. It was, yeah, it is just a wonderful feeling. And we recommend you to do that. Yeah. And you
Absolutely right.
yeah. And you told me that you cannot see your life without scouting. And I think that too. It is just a part of our lives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It became like a big part of us, and that is
Mhm.
gonna be there even if we don't want to or something.
Yeah. It becomes just like a habit or hobby, or what you what you, what you want to call
Passion.
it, passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Passion. I'm very happy that all three of us, we are smiling, and it is yeah, you listeners, you could see how happy we are just meeting another scouts and talking. It is a special moment, and that that's why we want to celebrate, this day. So, um, let's talk about scouting, in Colombia, Mauritius, and Romania, because you can see that we have different uniforms. Maybe my shirt and Jonathan's, it is the same color, I think. But we have different badges, scarf, and a lot of things. And let's discover what's the meaning of that, And who wants to begin with the presentation of uniform?
Okay, I can start. Well, the Colombia's uniform is like a type of blue, like a light blue, a sky blue. I don't know how do you want to call it. And well, in the right side, we have in our kids part, like the event, the camps, the services that you do. And in, I don't know what's the name of this
Right
part.
sleeve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sleeve. We have our group number and our department or region name with our region budget. And currently, I designed this
Wow.
budget. Yeah, it's like the Colombian fleur-de-lis with our department map,
Yeah.
and it has a little frog. It is an endemic species of our region. And in our left side, we have like our progression, like
Yeah.
uh,
Personal
that you
progress, Yeah.
yeah, personal progress. And in this part, we have like our dysynthetic of
Yeah.
branches because we have the cups between 6 to 10 years old. Then we have the troop between 11 to 14 years old. Then we have the most of countries call it pioneers,
Yeah.
but in Colombia, the names is literally hikers. And then we have the rovers and the leaders. And yeah, this means in each branch, each group has a different like symbol. And this part goes all the things that you are part, like the better work framework, and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And each group has a different knicker, and each color has different meanings. Sometimes people here put different little things or little notes into their knickers.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to wear a pants, boots, a belt, and a cap most of the time. Not always.
How interesting. We have just the shirt, but I'm going to talk when I'm going to present. Right now, I'm going to explain you the uniform of Romanian scouts. As Luisa, in the right side, we put the events badges, the important badges. And we have right there, just me. Cercetaș România, and the flag. On the right sleeve, we have the local center badge, it is Scouts Romania, Morialdo into the Wild. On the left side, we have the badge of Romania, Scouts Romania, and it is this thing. And there's just me, World Scouting. And on the left side, we put our merit badges, This is supporter, my first badge. Yeah. We don't have hat, we don't have pants or a belt or something like that. We have just the shirt and scarf. And scarf differs from local center to local center, Our scarf, it is a little special, this blue, this light blue, it is a color of the sky. And right there, it is a flag of Romania. And we can put some accessories, on scarf, and you have that too. Yeah, that's the uniform. Yeah. And Jonathan, I didn't say about the personal progress, or you said in Colombia, progress and Mauritius score. I don't have it because my local center was out of stock with badges, but I printed. Yeah. On the left side. After I take the promise, I'm gonna receive a badge, It is this from the middle. This unites the other parts. After that, I have to have this and integration. The first level is integration. After application and a implement and a great project. That's it. It comes right here. Yeah. I hope I'm gonna receive that soon. Yeah. And that's the uniform. And right now, you could join it. Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah,
It's curious that you have your merit badges like by here. Our merit badges go in our left sleeve.
Yeah.
But you have it like here. Wow.
Yeah. I saw that in many countries, or I think United Kingdom or something like that. They have on a sleeve, the merit badges. We have on the left side of our abdomen, I could say. Yeah. Okay.
In Mauritius, with all the merit badges. As I was saying, Scotch Uniform here in Mauritius, we are divided into 3 different sections. Like the first one for the little children of our cubs, the bigger one or the scouts, and the elder one or for the ventures, sometimes called adventurers or pioneer. Like for the cubs uniform, they wear blue, dark blue, marine, we call that marine blue, and a little bit of yellow here, and also they wear hat due to the harsh sunlight we have here in Mauritius. Like it's almost sunny every day. And yeah, and now for the Scotch uniform, they have the beige shirt and dark blue shorts and also berets. But the berets we don't usually wear it every time. We only wear it when there are many opening or official ceremonies, or even in national level activity.
Mm-hmm.
Or else we used to put it here. That we tuck in.
It fits right there.
And it fits right here. And yeah, so I'm gonna explain you how the position of the badges are. So like the main one, everybody wear it. The membership badge, it's located to the left. Well, because the picture is in mirror.
yeah.
So it's to the left of it, and here we have the island badge. It's a badge of Mauritius Scouts. We put it to the right place, and the national flag just upper of the pocket. And also here, just near the national flag, we used to wear to put some regional badge like that one. So as Mauritius is part of Africa, so we just wear beside of the flag of Mauritius. And here we put the important badge, challenge badge. We have two types of badges. The challenge badge or like the core program of the scouts. The core program means like every scout had to do it. Have technology, science, fitness, and here are activity badges are worn to the left hand side, like on this slave. And the main event badge, the big one, are placed to the right upper.
Yeah.
I think it's like in Romania, right? Am I right?
Romania and in Colombia also. Yeah.
Okay. So, and we have now for the venture, the shorts are green, olive green. And the berets also change color. It's matched with the shorts. And for the badge, it's the same. And for the late rover, we actually don't really have a rover section. Sections in that relay have a very good guideline, but we are working on that to get it over. And for the leaders one, like I said, we usually stay humble. We try to don't wear any badges, like only the epaulets. So we have those are the different epaulets for the leaders. The scout leaders or assistant leaders. I'm actually a scout leader, that's why it's blue.
Yeah.
And we have the ventures green, the river advisors red, and for the cups is yellow. Yeah.
Oh, you have you have also for the leaders, we don't have it.
So and our scarf is white, and also this is our Mauritian flag. So with full white and stripe of our flag, national flag.
And the scarf is the same all over the country, or one center has one different scarf.
That scarf that I'm wearing is for national.
National. Okay.
I'm Mauritius. Our national scarf is that color. But we have for each individual scout group, they all have different scarf.
Yeah. Our national scarf is just white and blue. That's it. Yeah. So thank Jonathan for the presentation of Mauritius uniform. And to complete, I didn't say about our, I could say levels, just say cob or we have cobs. And that's the same interval of age, The cobs, scouts, in Romania it is called temerar. And the word temerar means courage, courageous. And I'm an explorer, explorator. And that means I explore, as in Mauritius is venture, in Colombia it is, okay. And then the rovers, Romania is called senior or seniors, and then leaders and so on. Yeah, and we don't have badges for leaders. and that's or epaulettes. Yeah, I don't know the word in English. You said in French it is épaulet, and Romanian is epaulettes. So yeah,
It's okay. We have like
yeah, it is
more
okay.
than 5 languages here, and it's okay. And I think it's beautiful. The Colombia national knicker,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful because it's made of a special cloth, and it's the same cloth that we use to do ponchos
Mm-hmm.
or ruanas that are typical clothes here in Colombia. You have to get it. So beautiful.
Yeah.
And about leaders, we don't have, well, when you are a leader, for example, you cannot put events just adult budget, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the thing that the leaders do with the jewel
The good
party
batch.
like that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that thing.
Yeah. And what is our shirt? It is the same. The uniform. It is the same. At Cubs, Explorers. Just this shirt and scarf. And our old uniform, you can see scouts with shirt blue. I think this one or between this and this one, it is a blue. There's the old uniform, but there's a new. Yeah. So I hope right now I'm talking to the listeners. I hope you enjoyed, the presentation of uniforms because you can see the differences, the things in common. The event badges are right there and things like this. And question: do you have? I see. I noticed that in Boy Scouts America, it is a badge called Eagle Scout. You have to. I think it's like a rank. Yeah. Do you have it in your country? Because we don't have it.
Yeah, in Mauritius we have for each individual section, like for the Cubs, we have a highest merit badge, which we call
Mm-hmm.
silver badge. And for the Scouts, we call it Chief Scout Gold Award. And for the adventurer venture, we call it the President Award. The President Award here is like the best of the best. It is given by the President of Mauritius to the Scouts.
Wow.
And for now, we only have 2% who have it. Yeah, in Mauritius.
And what's the population of Mauritius?
In our population is 1.2 million, and for the Scouts,
Mm-hmm.
it's about 4,500 approximately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Luisa in Colombia, it is this rank.
Well, in Colombia, we have for each branch, for each
Mm-hmm.
section. For example, if you're a cub, the highest level is the hunter wolf, lobo cazador. In the troop, we have expedicionario, that is this one.
Yeah.
And in community, that is the name of the branch. But when you are in community, you are a hiker. We have visionary,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't get it yet, but I will do it. And about the rover, I don't know. I am not yet
You're not.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just said that I think it does not exist in Romania because before this episode, I kind of searched things, just to be sure. But if Scout from Romania has the highest rank, he or she could text me and tell me, and we find that. Yeah. And right now, I think many people look at us and think, how could I get this scarf? What's the meaning of it? And in your country, what do you have to do to be able to take the scout promise? Because if you see a scout with a scarf, it means that he take the promise or the oath.
Well, I think in Colombia it's like many facts have to be together. Scouting is not something that you go, for example, here on Saturday and do activities and be with friends. It's something that it's like a lifestyle that you start to live, that you start to change for better in every place that you are: school, university, work, house, family, friends. So when you're a kid, when you're a cop, obviously your father and your leader talk, and they're gonna be like, is the cop doing good at school, at home, how is going, everything the same and true, and they take that in count to see your merit on Saturday activities, on camping activities. And yeah, when you get your scout promise, when you are in the bigger branches, they start taking count like your like, I don't know, like your merit, just not in the activity. They taking count to your commitment.
Yeah.
And they start to look at your life project, like, in this branch, you start here to graduate from high school and start university and see what you were to get to decide, and you start to work hard to in projects, scout projects, service projects, and things like that. So it's just like you start to be your better version, and they see that obviously in some groups, in some parts of Colombia, if you get it, for example, in a camping, they are going to put you yes or yes to do an extreme proof or something like that. I don't know, in a waterfall or with mood, or I don't know. It's a lot of things that the leaders can imagine in camping, but yeah, I just don't know. I just think it's amazing, and I don't know if in other countries you have like godmother or godfather when you make your scout promise.
No. In Romania, it is not, no.
Well, in Colombia, you can do it. You can even have two people, and they are supposed that they have their scout promise, and are people that you admire and that you think that they can help you, that they can guide you. Yeah. And it's not necessary that they will be in your same branch. They could be leaders. It could be your, I don't know, your family that were scout or something. So cool.
Yeah, I think it's nice you said that could be a member of the family. And I think it's nice to have a family of scouts, right? I know if you have it, we haven't, because I said we have this center just for 2 years, and right now we are growing our scout community in this city or town. It is town. It's not just so big. Yeah.
My family is a scout. It was like my grandparents, then my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my dad, even my uncle founded my group, my actual group.
Wow.
And my father were in this group. He entered to this group with his brother, like my.
Your uncle.
Yeah, but my uncle by mother
Yeah,
He
your mother's side, yeah.
yeah, he went to other country. He moved to other country, and my father's side family enters to this group, and then my mother's side, my
Yeah.
auntie and my mom entered to another scout group, and like in the beginnings of the
Mm-hmm.
20, uh, my mother and my father meet in an regional scout event, and
Wow,
that's
love story.
yeah, I
So
totally love the story. And there now we're 3 kids, and all of us are scouts too.
such a beautiful story, you know. You can find your, I don't know how to say your I don't have the
Like the
word.
love of your
Yeah, your
life.
love or I don't have the word in
Soulmates of your
English.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. It is interesting, you know. You said founder, and right now I'm gonna read the founder of our local center. It is a priest, Catholic priest. You know, he has just 30 years. He's very young, and I greet you, Petrica. Gatorka Petrica. Yeah, you know, he's a very good leader, and I really appreciate that he did that in our town because he was a scout in Italy and visited our countries as your uncle did. Yeah.
Amazing. That's the
Mhm.
spirit.
Yeah, you know. I'm gonna say it again, just such a beautiful story, you know, how your parents met. Okay, so right now, Jonathan, if you want to talk about how you can get your scarf in Mauritius.
In Mauritius, a little bit easier, like to get the scarf to make the promise. We tend to give the scarf to all like newcomers until they made it about 6 months, 6 or 4 months. Like
Mm-hmm.
each year we have one annual camp, and in the annual camp, it's when we give the scarf to the newcomers or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like take like example, if you join in January or February, and our annual camp are usually made on July, so they'll get the scarf on July. Excuse me.
It's
We
okay.
do that system like um, because we people the young one tends to like to feel upward whenever they don't have the scarf,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, I don't have the scarf, I don't want to go, and everybody have. That's why we put it like this system, make
Mm-hmm.
them little bit more confident when they come to scout.
Yeah. We have the same system. Just so you know. Yeah.
Okay.
After 6 months of activity, you know, at Saturday meeting or in patrol, some kind of like that, in your camp, you know, that's the two requirements you have to have. 6 months of activity, and you have to go on a camp, you know, in summertime or and after you did that you could take the promise, but also you have to, you know, you have to be ready. I think it is the same in your country, you know. If you don't ah wait, if you're not ready, you know, to take the promise, you could say, okay, I'm not ready, I'm gonna wait, and when I'm gonna take the promise, right?
Yeah, and same here. I mean, you have to be active for
Mm-hmm.
6 months at least in scouting activities, and obviously they're gonna take and care all the things that you do. And but some people in my group have not been prepared for that and have said no. I'm
Yeah.
I think I have to do more stuff maybe later.
Yeah. It is a how to call it, you know, it is a thing that you take and you have to do it like for your life, you know. It is a big thing, you know. It's more a thing. It requires a lot of things. Yeah. And talking about scarves, I see a lot of scarves in your background, Luisa.
Yeah,
Are your scarves?
are my collection. Well,
Wow.
it's a small collection comparing here because in this part of the world, people love to collect things like badges, knickers, t-shirts. I have friends that can even complete a entire wall with this scarf.
Wow.
And yeah, I have some departamentals, some even, camping knickers.
And you can buy it, or you receive it from that scout group.
No, I have like 2 or 3 from my group. I got my first one. That was my first scout promise.
Yeah.
And then it was a really small. It was like this, and I was a little cub. And then when I was turning 11, I was entering to the troop. My scout leader from when I was a cub, gave me his knicker, his group knicker, because he was taking a time of scouting. I don't know, we got a connection. He was like my father in scouting. So yeah, and I have the other one because my cousin were in my group too, but he moved to the USA with my family.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have other ones. Most are events like camps and something like that. And when you go to the camps, we like to exchange knickers, regions with regions, groups with groups. And even when I went to the World Scout Jamboree last year, this one is the Colombian, this is the World Scout Jamboree, and one of these is from a group in New York. The other one was from the Peace Day, and the other one is from the Isle of Man. It's on Iceland.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
It's okay. I'm very passionate about geography. You know, it is my passion from the middle school, and it's quite interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, it is quite interesting because I have to right now. I have to use my geographical. The well, this information I learned about countries to contact you. Because, Mauritius, yeah, it is in Africa. It is an island. Yeah, and that's why geography helps you. And I recommend you to learn that. Yeah, it's very interesting, the thing with scarves. Yeah, I don't think if I'm ever, give my first scarf to another man or another person, it means a lot to me. Yeah.
I totally got you. I couldn't. I have it there.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's so important.
I saw that your scarf is long, it's long. This is short. And I saw that, for example, in Indonesia, they have very long scarves, like how it is called? Yeah, that long. Yeah.
No, actually, the Indonesian knickers that I saw in the Jamboree were so long. Here, usually the knickers goes until your belt, your pants, but no more. But they have like long. But I don't know. It's one thing of each country. Some countries have a little knicker, and in some countries they don't use notes. They do like the friendship note, like you have or so many countries or people. I don't know, like the USA. I think some from the UK that use the knicker, but like they open like this.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Put it
blanket.
here, yeah, like this, and I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna try something new with my scarf, I want to buy that one thing, that keeps your... Actually, I have one. It is this thing I received
Oh,
at
we're
my
good,
promise.
right? We're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that thing. And I can have this and cook. Yeah. Okay. As I said, the scarves are very interesting. And that thing that you in Colombia are collecting, a lot of scarves, surprises me, actually. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, even in South America, we used to have like a scout group of collectors.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I am part of one, and and that's what we do. We like the history of scouting, the things, the badges, the knickers, and where they come from, the special editions, like the memories, the everything that can make you happy, like see your scar and remember that camping or things like that.
Mm-hmm. As you said, I noticed that people in your country like scouting. They are for scouting. Total, it is a big thing of your life. It's part of your life. In Colombia and Mauritius. And how did coronavirus affect your activity as a scout? Because you have a great population of scouting, especially Colombia.
Yeah, so like actually for now our country is out of the coronavirus. We don't have cases
Mm-hmm.
since 4 months, so like we're a little bit of free of movement, but we still keep like the sanitary measure in terms of let I'm gonna share my screen and
Yeah.
show you some picture quickly. Yeah. So here you can find how we used to make our scout reunion. So you can
Mm-hmm.
see everybody used to wear masks and yeah,
Yeah.
and also whenever a scout come to the group, there's a leader who come and check if the temperature is good. But like I said, we don't have the COVID here. We don't
Mm-hmm.
luckily free of it. Mm, but we always keep the sanitary measure and they'll wash
Yeah. I
just
appreciate,
like that.
that you keep the sanitary restrictions, even if you don't have cases. Your main aid is, hmm, well, how could I say it? It is too late, it is too late. And we do the same thing, when we are go scouting, mask, we wash our hands, we keep distance. Right now, we don't, the meetings, we make it just with our patrol. We don't have we don't do that with a whole group of scouts because we have to keep distance. And in April and March, that spring when coronavirus entered in our country, we did it online. And right now we are a happy scout group, because we can do it physically. In other cities, they can't do that. They are online right now, and we can consider us happy. Yay! I can see my scouts.
You guys has have that fortune because in most of countries in America we cannot have we haven't had presential face-to-face activities since March.
Wow.
And probably here in Colombia we won't have it until next March or something like that. And some groups are having meetings, like you say, patrols or
Mm-hmm.
teams. And I know recently for example, the Argentinian scouts or Mexicans have returned to face-to-face activities.
Yeah.
But in our country, no, not really. And probably when we'll do it, obviously with all the security, with faces masks, with alcohol and all the things for sanitize.
Yeah. It is kind of sad, because scouts are used to go hiking, go in nature, with a lot of people.
Every time moving.
Sing at a campfire. Yeah.
Yes, but I think here has been quite good because, most of the scouts develop projects and things like that. So has been a good moment for scouting to connect with scouts from other countries, to connect with other people, to make strong partners and make to real projects, services, and conferences online. It has been like a good time to educate ourselves, to make in a way or another way an impact, a positive impact in people's lives. And I don't know, it's like you just adapt yourself, just adapt the scouting to the situation.
So right now you just talk about Jamboree, right? You, Luisa, said, I noticed on your Instagram page that you had been to the World Scout Jamboree. And what do you have to do to be accepted there? Because it is an international event and it is big. It is very, very big. What do you have to do?
Well, in Colombia, really you don't have to do a lot. This Jamboree was the biggest Colombia's delegation in the history. We were around 400 people because, for example, for Japan, I think, if I am not bad, they were like 20 people, no more.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like if you can pay it, you can go. And it was really hard to go. I saved money for 4 years because in 2016, in a national event, they told us about the next two international scout events. One were an Inter-American Jamboree in Ecuador, but I couldn't go. So I decided to go to the World Scout Jamboree in the USA because I had never been in other countries. So I was really excited, and I could get it with my family and doing things like, prepare like desserts, and sell and recollect money and things like that. And many people did it for this Jamboree, and I don't know, but all the people that went to the Jamboree, we are so happy that the Jamboree happened last year before the coronavirus, because it's kind of crazy to think about that maybe the Jamboree will be in the 2020. No, but it was a good experience. I don't know. I think each scout event is unique and awesome experience, even regional, national, and in your continent. But it's a thing to say. I would recommend you to go to an international event because sometimes some people can get it, but don't worry if you will be a leader when you can do it. For example, if you are more than 18 years old and you can go to Korea, just do it. or to the next Jamboree. Just do it, because even going as a participant or as an IST is gonna be an incredible experience that it totally changed your life. We were around 50,000 of scouts of more than 170 countries, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like a mini world in West Virginia, where West Virginia was the place, and it was amazing. It was like you can hear different languages each part that you were walking, and see different people, different culture, the way they look. Some people were taller than you can imagine. Some people have different hair colors and things like that. And it was so amazing. For example, when you were like walking, and some groups do like sing or make a dance or a play or something like that. And as you said, English or not English can help to people to communicate. And it was amazing, because sometimes people don't speak English, like many Colombians that went, or maybe some people from Asia, but that wasn't like an obstacle that we can communicate and exchange some budget, exchange some experience, social media. And it was amazing, because in the ceremonies, you can see even the videos on the internet, and it was a lot of people. It was like 50,000 of people. And
Yeah, if you let me to complete something, I see videos from Jamboree on YouTube, and it was just, mind-blowing. It was, oh my God, I even cried, it was just so beautiful with that drones, in the, make that symbol,
yeah,
on the sky. Yeah, on the sky. It was Bear Grylls right there, Bear Grylls,
Bear Grylls, Ban Ki-moon, the UN Joe, and it was just amazing. And is one of the most of things that scouting can offer to a kid, a guy, and an adult.
It is like the biggest festival in the world for scouts, right? Because I saw that there are a lot of artists, that performed on the scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It was a big, like a natural park, and some specific days, we have like mini thematic parties, like K-pop, country, pop, rock. It is an interesting cultural exchange. And in the big ceremonies, we had Disney Broadway, and we had the singer of the Lion King, and it was things like that are just amazing, or pentatonic. And I can't remember. Wait, just for finish.
Yeah. Say.
One moment that really make all of us on the Jamboree feel like a family was in the closing ceremony. That pentatonics were singing, and they sing Hallelujah. And Hallelujah is in English. So in that moment, there weren't nationalities, there weren't genders, there weren't races. They just were scouts singing Hallelujah, and it was just the most amazing thing.
Yeah, that unite you, as a scout movement all over the world. And I saw that you could go with canoe, that boat, or you could learn to
Kayaking.
yeah, you could learn to how to say it, shot with a gun, or right? Yeah, that's my dream. That's my dream.
Yeah, the summit is a BSA like research, and you can go there whenever you want to. I think, well, obviously you have to pay and things like that. You can go even to there to do services, like a volunteer in the summer camp. And that's so amazing because there's a lot of spring sports, aqua sports like kayak or obstacles or paddle, and you can go and shoot, and you can go and do tirolesa or canopy and learn a lot about the better world better world framework, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. And after you describe how it is Jamboree, I realized that I have immediately go to a Jamboree before I'm gonna die. It is it is a thing that I have to do. Necessarily.
Yeah, one of the things of the good things in scouting is that when you are between 18 like to 23, you can go to a mood. And the mood is like a Jamboree, but for robbers, like for young.
Elder.
Yes, I think if you can go there, it will be amazing.
So, I that is one of my resolutions for this year, for the next year. I have to do something to go to Jamboree, but when it's gonna be, because it is distance like 4 years, between one another, right?
Yeah, 1 to 1.
The next mood will be on 20.
Okay, so
in Ireland.
It will be in Ireland,
in Europe, so it is okay. I'm gonna be a rover, right? Then, I'm gonna.
I think maybe, for example, us that have 17, I think, and hopefully, if we cannot go to this mood or in Ireland, we can go to the next one, and that will probably be in Portugal. I don't know. It's between Portugal and Azerbaijan. Hopefully we can go.
So you see, listeners, you see how beautiful it is a Jamboree, and how many people you could meet right there. And if you don't know, Jonathan is youth advisor on Indian Ocean. And right now let's talk about this. Let's get to know what that is meaning, actually. So, Jonathan, how it is to be the youth advisor?
Well, at first I started like to be a youth advisor in 2019. December. I went to a youth forum, which was a zonal one, youth forum organized at Seychelles, where there were Madagascar, Comoros, Seychelles people, and also Mauritius went to this forum of youth where talk about and how to be a youth advisor. So I'm gonna explain to you what is youth advisor. First, a youth advisor is mainly to make the voice of young people to be heard. In higher instance, I can say that, take an example, in the association, we used to have adults who always take the decision, take everything, make the program, and so on. And by the means of youth advisor, we tend to get included in those programs. By this, like us, we used to have contact with young people all around.
Mm-hmm.
and we talk to them, we ask them what you want to have in scouting, what can we improve in scouting, and is there any problem you find scouting? That's what we take the information and also and go and tell the others. Like take an example, if I'm 17 years old, I will be like just shy to talk to a commissioner.
Yeah.
We did like a little bridge with them.
Yeah.
And also, like the word say advisor, we try to give good examples our surrounding and also to scouts if ever they have
Mm-hmm.
a little personal problems they want to express, but they are afraid to talk to their leaders or yeah. And also the main thing we used to do is the youth forum. We organize a youth forum. Like the youth forum is where the young ventures. It is usually made for the ventures at 18 to 23 years old. This is where they come to a gathering, to a forum and talk. It's only made for the forum. Like okay, Scout is for
Mm-hmm.
the youth, made by the youth.
Yeah. So
And
yeah. Tell.
and there we talk about recommendation and resolution,
Mm-hmm.
which by this we used to work our mandates. So it depends on which region. Yeah, but me, I'm in the Indian Ocean, so my mandate is for 3 years. So for the
Mm-hmm.
3 years, by the recommendation and resolution, like recommendation and resolution is a message that the youth around the zonal have posed to it and want to that to be made. That's why we work for it.
Yeah. And as I understand, you are kind of a person that represents the young people, and that it is like yeah, you said that is a bridge between the young and the
Yeah.
adults. See that? Yeah.
The-
Yeah, you have
Mhm.
a very important position, and it is
Funny.
nice that you can you can be
Mhm.
the I have the word in Romanian. It is kind of
The link.
yeah, yes, the link or the knot, talking
Mhm.
about knots, or the knot between young people and the older one. Yeah, so it is a big thing you do. And
Also, I encourage you all, you and also the one who are listening to us, to
mhm,
try to join it. It's something, wow, it's a very good experience.
yeah, so
And you'll love it, trust me.
so as Jonathan said, you have to try that, because it is experience. And um, I think you don't know, because I do all the episodes in Romanian, but in Romania I said try, try, because you will learn something from that, and I think you're not gonna regret that. That's my motto. Yeah. Because I tried to do a podcast, and right now I'm doing this, and I don't regret that, because I started this in May, I think, this year. And right there uh I just didn't think that right now, after a few months, I'm gonna talk with people from another countries or another continents. It is a process, it is it is unexpected. Yeah, so just try new things.
Yeah. I just would like to say something that
Yeah.
try it and scouting, I don't know, in your universities, in your local communities. Don't be quiet about the things that you can change for better. And your youth, and even if you are not because of the society states, don't worry about that. Just make your voice heard, and if you can do it, if you can be the change, do it. And scouting is so beautiful in this part because, for example, your advisors and different positions into the WASM you can do, and just amazing. Just try it, because sometimes we think that we're so too young that we're not gonna be here, or that maybe the world is so big that it's just impossible to do something. But that's not true. That's not true. And Sabina can see it right now that it's not impossible to talk with people from other continents. It's just something that if we want to, we can do it. We can try it.
Yeah, it is a thing, that right now I'm not how to say it. I just don't realize that right now I'm talking in English, it's kind of, wow. It's a thing, wow, it's just, wow. So I think we are at the final of this episode. So Jonathan and Luisa, I encouraged you to try new things, to try new things. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy this initiative of us. And I'm very glad and very happy. I'm very, how to say it? I lost my words again, but yeah. That you accepted my invitation. I'm very, very glad, and yeah. And right now I'm gonna say goodbye to my Romanian listeners and we are gonna finish this. Da, deci, dragilor, după cum ați văzut, am vorbit în engleză tot episodul și sper din tot sufletul că v-a plăcut. Gata oricând din nou tuturor cercetașilor și nu știu când o să fie următorul episod, dar sper din tot sufletul că v-a plăcut. Eu sunt extrem de bucuroasă că am putut să îndeplinesc acest vis al meu. E ceva foarte mare și, da, după cum vedeți la România, acum este ora 8 dimineața, în Mauritius 10:35 și în Colombia e noapte, cred că e vreo 2. Așa că orice este posibil, da. Gata oricând și ne vedem episodul viitor. Vă mulțumesc din tot sufletul. And thank you listeners all over the world, thank you again for listening to us. Yeah, so see you in the next episode. Yeah. Dacă vrei să fii la curent cu toate episoadele, poți să ne urmărești pe pagina de Instagram a podcastului Vreausăspunceva și pe cea de Facebook. Și sper că nu ai uitat că dacă vrei să spui ceva, doar îmi trimiți un mesaj și vom discuta despre episod.